Hello everybody and welcome to Food Wars, the 5th plate anime review episode 1. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for this season because I've heard stories. I've heard it's completely garbo. Didn't really get that from this first episode. I thought the first episode was fine, whatever. But I've heard it's going to get really bad. And you know, I can already sort of spot why from the first episode, because there's a glaring thing that they introduced. I'll say a thing. It's a person. You know who it is. Already not a fan for multiple reasons. But yeah, I'm excited in the worst possible way. I'm excited because I don't think I've seen a single person say anything not negative about this arc. I'm not a manga reader myself, which is why I'm so excited because this is the final season. This arc's meant to be terrible. I get a strange joy in watching things that are terrible, you know. And if this is terrible, fair play. You know, I'll be here the whole season. Can't wait to see it. Anyway, as I said, this first episode didn't really get too much of that. I did sort of give a little chuckle when I was like, "Oh, it's a beach episode. The best way to start. There is no better way to start a series than with a beach episode." But anyway, let's get into the episode, see how it went down and everything. Let's do this. The episode begins with a time skip after the previous time skip, I guess. Like that was spring, now it's summer. Summer vacay. Everyone loves it. What are you going to do? The gang's going to the beach and they're all in swimsuits, and that's definitely not the only reason they're there is to see the post-time skip haircuts with swimsuits. No, there's a valid reason we're here. It's because it's the finals for this, what do they call it, a part of the year, semester. Is that a word? That's the word I'm choosing to use. There's a new teacher who's started. His name is Suzuki, and immediately you could tell he's a very upstanding guy. I'm sure he's going to be a great addition to the team, and he won't be bad in any way. He's definitely an alright guy. He stares at Soma for a bit, and then he gets a weird look on his face at some point. He's definitely a good guy. Basically what their finals is, run some restaurants and make a profit of, I wrote it down, 3 million yen, which I don't know the conversion in my head, so I'm sorry, don't know what that is. I know you have to cut off a few zeros to make it dollars, roughly, but I don't know how many zeros it was. It was either 2 or 3, and I've forgotten. No, it must have been 2. I'm going to say it was 2, so a million, take away 2 zeros, is that 10,000? That can't be right, 1,000. I'm not working it out, you know, that's, numbers are hard, I haven't done numbers properly, math properly in years, so let's ignore that. The Elite 10 are a team on their own, they're more like the Elite 6, because there's only 6 of them. It's honestly a thing that bothers me more than it should, that they still call them the Elite 10, when it's not all 10 of them. I know why they do it, because that is the title is you are a member of the Elite 10. You know what I'm saying, but no, they're the Elite 6 for now. And they have a rundown, very bad shack as their place they got to sell things at. So there's that. Then the opening plays. It was fine. I didn't pay too much attention to it because one, didn't want to proper spoil myself. At the end, Soma was walking the wasteland alone, like his dad was at one point, or he wasn't. No, he was at one point. So I guess it's going to be a similar thing. And also at the beginning, it goes through like all the logos, like boom, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th play, and it's like, okay, that was cool. I liked that. I like that they did that. That was a cool. Again, it's going to be the final season, and yeah, I'm not optimistic, but I'm still excited for it now. By the end, if it is really bad, that excitement is going to have gone. Like it's. I hope it's not terrible. You know, I hope it's not too awful. I really do. Anyway. Polar Star team doing alright at their first day. The Elite 6, they figure out they're going to have to spend 2 days preparing their things. They're going to have to get all their profit on the final day. No easy feat. Suzuki also says Soma has nice eyes, so it's like, oh, so this is the ship that we want to sail. Suzuki and Soma. No, it wasn't. No one wanted that. But yeah, it was weird. It was a weird whole thing. Obviously, it's not what he meant, but even Soma had a bit of a, alright, could you get away from me, please? And Soma's pretty alright guy. He's not harsh to anyone, but I could tell he doesn't like doesn't like Mr. What's his name? Suzuki. Or immediately, he's got this... You know, he doesn't react like that normally, but now he did. It was kind of weird. Then Soma says, I think I've met that guy before. And I'm like, where? I don't remember that. If there's a thing where it's like in the first episode at the diner, he was like in the background or something, I'm going to flip my lid. Because that's stupid. That's the gas attendant did it the whole time kind of shenanigans right there. You know, you know. Anyway, day 2 begins. Polar Star, less busy. Their next door neighbor, or the furthest one along, other than the Elite Six, have got like a expensive lobster thing, I think it was. I didn't write it down. Some guy comes to taunt the Elite Six because they've not started yet. Apparently it's a guy that's been challenging Soma a lot and failing. Obviously. He does have a name. I didn't write it down. I don't think he's going to be important past this episode, so I didn't write it down. What can you do? The Elite 10, Elite 6, they don't mind this handicap they've been giving. So they were like, all the Elite 10 have probably had this handicap, you know, and we got to overcome it to prove we're just that good. And you know what? It's like, you know what? That is true. And then about 3 seconds passes, we'll say, and they realize, hey, we haven't ordered any of the stuff we need, or some of the stuff we need, and they begin to go into panic mode. And it's like, are you sure they're going to be alright? And it's like, no. I mean, they probably will be, because they all got expelled on the first episode. That'll be less than good. That evening, Soma is just chilling, walking past. He sees Erina on the balcony, and this was weird. Soma this episode feels like a completely different person. From his reactions to Suzuki to now this scene with Erina, he stutters. He's definitely got the, oh, you're my love interest look in his eyes, which he never had before. Like, they bantered and stuff, but this was pretty damn blatant. It's like, hey, these two are going to be a thing. And it's like, yeah, I know it's the final arc and we got to wrap up the romantic subplot or whatever, but it was just kind of weird, man. I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm not too against it. If this was 3 seasons ago, I'd have been like, Erina sucks, get her out of there. But nah, I'm alright with her now. You know, she's actually kind of likable, and I said it last season as well. It's weird that she's suddenly become. No, it's not. It's actual growth, which is good. Soma here though almost completely flips. It's weird. He calls her pretty. It's bizarre, man. They talk about his mum, like proper, like, hey, I'm gonna tell you about my family and you tell me about yours. You know, it's like proper. They're getting on well. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird in a good way. And then we see Suzuki, who was listening in, and he's got an evil face just to further ram home the point. He's definitely a good guy. You know, he's an alright dude. He's not going to cause any trouble. He's definitely not going to try and steal Soma away from Erina. Yes, I said that the right way round. Or don't tell me otherwise. But, yeah, weird. So, the next day, the Elite Six open the shop, finally. The next door, the dude is apparently rich. He basically got a massive discount for the lobster because his dad was rich and he basically probably threatened him or bribed him or something. Polar Star are also doing really well. They recovered too. Don't spend too much time on them. They're not important, obviously. The Elite Six stole literally every customer in about 5 seconds. It was like they'd all been Thanos snapped out of existence unless you turn your head to the left slightly. Yeah, they've made, what have they made? I wrote it down. Oh god, give me a minute. It's the yakisoba they made. Massive aroma, drew everyone in. The 3 cooking are Soma. It's the 3 that have actually worked at restaurants. Is essentially, or you know, properly. So yeah, they're cooking properly, really quickly, and you know, it's teamwork. They're all together. Megumi is taking all the customers' orders and everything, doing all the waitressing, whatever you want to call it. Don't really know what Alice was doing and Hayama. They were probably doing something. Alice had a board. She was the one getting all the attention. I wonder why. No, really. Anyway, after that, they made good food, obviously. It was good. They passed, obviously. I'm not going to spend too much dwelling on that. They explained how they made what they made. I'm no food expert, as I said last season as well. So, you know, they made good, basically. Yeah, but then they passed. But Suzuki is like, I'm not impressed with this boy. So it's like, oh, he doesn't think Soma's much. I'm like, man, Soma's the number 1. Like, it kind of feels like Soma's already proved himself, and this guy's just undermining it. It's just like, who are you, dude? You just showed up. Like, I hope he's not like, if he's like ridiculously overpowered, which I've got the sneaking suspicion he's going to be, unjustly like overpowered. It's going to be like, by the way, he's the number 0 of the Elite 10, and he's like the secret member who's way above everyone, who was never mentioned before. I could just sort of see that happening. Not exactly that, but like some ridiculous workaround to make him really OP. I could just see that being a thing. Again, I'm being a bit pessimistic there. I should be optimistic, but from what I've heard, wouldn't put it past him, you know? Anyway, everyone is going to go their own ways for summer and do their own thing because it's the holidays. Stay inside, though, is what they got to do. Then Dojima shows up pretty much out of nowhere. He's like, I had work in the area. And it's like, okay, what are you here for? Basically, there's a competition coming up called Blue. It's in all caps. It's an anagram or an acronym. I forget which one. Acronym is the one for something. Didn't write it down. The gist of it is, it's a big old food competition with... It's a good excuse for all the good chefs that aren't present at this moment to gather in one place. So I'm imagining it'll be practically all the characters, like the old Elite 10, because they're in the opening as well. I think they'll all show up for a cook-off. I can't remember if it's just kids or if it's adults as well, in which case we might get literally everyone in a big old free-for-all. That would be cool, but honestly, I'm of the opinion, even without watching this arc, I think the last one should have been the last one. I thought Season 4's ending was good enough to be like, yeah, okay, full stop. Instead, we got this, you know, continuing. I mean, it could end fine. I shouldn't be so down on it, but I've not heard good things. This episode, though, in itself was inoffensive. It was fine. Worried about Suzuki, but other than him, you know, there were some other weird things. Soma completely changing how he acts around Erina with very little build-up. I know there's been a little bit of a time skip, and honestly, they do get along better now, so it sort of makes sense. But it was a bit abrupt, just a bit, not terribly, but it was a little bit like, it wasn't just like a wabam, it was more like it was a slow, and then it was like that. There was still growth, but then it just shot up. That's my way of describing it. It's probably really bad. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. And bye, guys.